Well, hello there, gamers, and welcome back to the amazing world of Cringe. And just look at the statue of Jackie the First behind us. Beautiful. Now, speaking of statues, I actually did something to my statue over there. I put glasses on it. And oh boy, it looks extremely goofy. I wanted to make them look like sunglasses, but instead, they kinda ended up looking just like regular glasses. They don't really look good on me now, do they? Not at all. Oh boy. I might actually get rid of them at some point. Look at that, it's Goofy Nick. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, this video is not gonna be your regular cringy Nick goofing around and doing things in Minecraft Hardcore. It's gonna be more of a tutorial, actually. It's gonna be a tutorial concerning horses. Yes, yes, yes. So, I've actually once again emptied the stables. Look at that, we have just Janky and Donkey over here. And where are the horses, you may be wondering? Well, I'll show you where the horses are. They're right over here. Bada bam, bada bam. Look at that. So, the goal of this video is going to be creating the perfect horse and also showing you how to create the perfect horse. But Cringy Nick, what is the perfect horse? Well, gamers, the perfect horse is a horse that can either run at a speed of more than 14 blocks a second and also jump more than 5 blocks. And I mean, ideally, it would also have a lot of health, but I am gonna be putting armor on them anyways, so maybe the health isn't gonna be a priority compared to the jump and the speed ability. However, I am once again very underdressed. Look at that. I'm just regular old Cringy Nick. I cannot be breeding horses like this. No, no, no. I have to also look the part. So we're gonna walk down here and head over to Mrs. and Mr. Enderman. Hello, how you doing? And we're going to ask Mr. Enderman to use his end magic to change our outfit. So Mr. Enderman, do your thing. Okay, I think it worked. Let's have a look, shall we? And bada bim, bada bam. It is me, Cowboy Cringy Nick. Yeehaw! Now I am wearing the appropriate outfit in order to breed and tame some horses. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, fellas. How you doing? I'm also gonna craft a chest here because I do have a lot of stuff in my inventory, so let me make things easier. And now, fellow gamers, here is a quick tutorial on how to get the best horse. So, first step, you want to make sure that you dig out a lot, and I mean a lot of holes like this for horses, or alternatively, you could just have fence posts up like this, and you can just use as many leads as you can in order to tie the horses to them. And this will actually be much easier to breed them rather than having to take them out of the hole every time. And you could actually just have a hybrid of this system, just like I do. I think that's the best way to go. So then you want to ensure that you have a lot of golden carrots in order to breed them, but also to speed up the growth of the baby horse. And that way you can hop on them and check their stats and decide whether it's a horse you want to keep and breed more or one that you want to get rid of. And how do you check the stats of the horses, you may ask? Well, there is a very simple mod you can use, MiniHUD. It's basically a configurable mini F3 menu, just like this one. However, it's far superior because when we go into the settings, we can choose what to toggle and what to disable, colors, and all of that. So when we enable this, you can see at the top left corner, I have the date, time, XYZ, and which way I'm facing. Pretty useful. So then you get on a horse, for example, this fella here, and look at that. You have the horse speed, which is 9 meters, or actually 9 blocks per second, and the jump range is 2.3 or actually 2.4 blocks. So that is in fact the easiest and the most simple way to know what stats your horses have. Yes, yes, yes. And here is a very quick and simple installation of the MiniHUD mod. Okay, so first you want to download Fabric. Save it to your desktop, open it up, and then from here you want to choose the version that you want to install Fabric for. For example, I'm currently playing on 1.20.6. So we're going to be installing exactly that. Once we're done, come back to the Fabric site and click on Download Fabric API. It's gonna take you to the CurseForge website. So from here, choose your version, in our case 1.20.6, and then download the latest one. Next up is MiniHUD. Go to Files, select your version. For 1.20.6, it's only this one, so just download that, save it to your desktop. And something very important, mod menu. Go to versions, just like the others, go to version, select Fabric and select the correct version, and download the one that says release. We don't want to use the beta versions. So head on over and save it to your desktop. And then finally, we need a library mod that ensures that MiniHUD works properly. It's called malilib. So head on to versions, select Fabric, select 1.20.6, and there you have it. Save it to your desktop, and once you have all of these, you're going to open your Windows search bar, going to type in %appdata%, head on over to your .minecraft folder, then locate the mods folder, and just drag everything from your desktop into your mods folder, like so. Open up your launcher, make sure that you have the Fabric loader and then the version that you selected the installation for, in our case 1.20.6, and click on play. And once you launch your game, you will now have this menu option here called mods. This is the mod menu that we just installed along with the rest. So once you open it up, this is not what you're gonna see. This is just every single mod that I have installed. In your case, it's just gonna be this, MiniHUD and malilib. So you want to double click on MiniHUD. So from here, main rendering toggle, you want to make sure that it says true on this one, and then scroll down until you see this info horse speed and info horse jump. They're going to be toggled off by default. So what you're going to want to do is just click on both of them like so, and you set them to true, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. So then when you hop into your world, up there in the left corner you have the MiniHUD working. Then when you tame your horse like so and hop on it, there you go, you have the horse speed and the horse jump. Amazing. And obviously the next step, once you have all of this set up with the holes, the fences, and all of the carrots, you want to go collect a couple horses. You're also going to need a lot of saddles. So the biomes that you find horses in are the plains biome or the savanna biome. That's where you want to look. Okay, here we go. We have a couple horses here. When I hop onto this one, oh, I guess you do actually need to tame it in order to get the stats. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Come on, little fella. Oh, he's a feisty one. Doesn't want to get tamed. Look at that. There we go. So once you tame a horse and once you put a saddle on it, that is when you can see the speed and the jump. I have better ones than this, which means that I'm gonna let this one go and move on to the next. And oh no, it's getting dark. You know what that means, right? It means that we have to find a couple sheep like this, and this one as well. Hello and goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Now we make a crafting table. Bada bim bada bam. And now we make a bed and we sleep. And back to the horses. Okay, so there we go. We tamed another one, and it's kind of the same as I have at home. Horse speed is 10, and the jumping ability is 2 blocks. I'm gonna look for an even better one, which means that these ones are free to go. Yes, yes, yes. And okay, look at that. I found a lot of horses here, and I just tamed one, and it has a jump of 4.5. Look at that. That's pretty high. That's actually a very decent horse. Alright, so now you have gone out, you have collected a couple horses, and you have tried your best to find the best ones that spawn naturally. And now a very important tip that I'm going to give you. When you place your horses like this, either in the hole or on the fences, make sure you have signs like this, something you can type on to write down the speed and the jump. And obviously the health bar as well, if that's important to you. For me, it's not really important, because as I said, I am going to be putting armor on all of these fellas, so it doesn't really matter how much hearts they have or don't have. I am interested in the speed and the jump ability. Yes, yes, yes. And another very important tip. Once you have the speed and the jump ability written down like this, you can quickly remove a couple horses out of the equation. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean that there are going to be horses that you definitely don't want to breed. And that is because, for example, look at this fella. He only has a speed of 6 blocks per second and can only jump over 3 blocks. This one is roughly the same, 6.3 and 3.2. This one has an okay speed of 9, but has a jump of 2.3. And I'm sure that we can find, yes, there we go. This is an even worse one. Look at that. A jump of 1.9. You want to start with the best, because you're going to be breeding them over and over and over and over until you get the best possible stats. And by breeding weak horses from the beginning, it's gonna take you much longer to get the desired horse. So yeah, once you have all of that, make sure you have a lot of golden carrots and a lot of saddles, and well, gamers. The next part is just giving them golden carrots, therefore breeding them, and then feeding the little ones golden carrots so you can speed up the growth process. And once they grow up, you put a saddle on them and you check their stats. And if it's something you like, you keep on breeding. But if it's not, you can either introduce it to the sword or let it walk free somewhere. So let's get started. And look at that. After several hours of constantly breeding and taming horses, I am left with all of this. I'm just gonna straight away give you some more tips and advice. If you're following this tutorial, you're probably doing it in order to get at least 1 or no more than 5 or 10 horses with the best possible stats. And if that is indeed the case, I highly suggest that you get rid of every single horse that you do not need. That will help you reduce lag and speed up the process by a lot. And if you don't want to be the bad guy, you can always just take the horses far away from here. But if you're like me and you're a little bit crazy, you'll probably do this and end up with a ton of leather, which I actually recommend, as evil as it sounds, because you're gonna get a ton of leather horse armor after that for all of the horses that you want. So now the conclusion. Gamers, the perfect horse simply does not exist or is not attainable if you're playing regular old hardcore like me or survival, just if you're not using commands to cheat. And I'm quickly going to show you all of the stats of my horses. You can notice that not a single horse has a speed above 13.5. I think 13.5 is the highest I got. And one single lucky horse has a jump ability of 5 blocks. You can spend hours doing this, you can spend days, but is it really worth it? You gotta figure that out for yourself. But basically, attaining a horse that has 14.5 or whatever the highest speed of a horse is, or more than 5.5 blocks jump ability, is simply impossible. My advice is spend some time doing this. Line up the best horses like this, and then figure out for yourself what the perfect horse means. Because in my case, the perfect horse is anything above a speed of 12 and anything that can jump more than 4.1 blocks. I don't care about the health. You may notice that a lot of my horses barely have any hearts. That's perfectly fine for me. However, that might be important to you. I also really wanted to make unique and fancy looking horses, and I think that's what I did. So these are my horses. We have the chestnut with black sooty markings, beautiful. A regular chestnut, very nice. A brown with white dots, magnificent. A white with black sooty spots, hello. A black with black sooty spots, very reminiscent of Jackie the First, my original horse. Then we have a brown with black sooty spots. How you doing? A brown with white spots. Hello there. And finally, I think my favorite one actually, in terms of the way it looks, the creamy with white spots as marking. Look at that. Beautiful. And well, I still haven't come up with names for them, and that is because you, my fellow gamers, are going to be doing that. Yes, yes, yes. So if you have any ideas for names of horses, let me know in the comments below. I showed you all of them, there's 8 of them in total, and yeah, I cannot wait to see what you come up with. And of course, if you have a ton of leather, you can always craft a ton of leather horse armor and dye it in different colors. You can have a blue armor, you can have a black armor, you can have a red armor, you can have a brown armor, any armor color that you want. Yes, yes, yes. And well, gamers, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped you out, and I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It will help me out a ton. And of course, gamers, remember to always be nice.